Right, we're back. Apparently our universe is an alternate timeline where... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where Lavos won, or otherwise survived Chrono Trigger. What we're seeing is the start of Lavos's victory or something. But apparently it is time to go and check on the other world. There's our gateway to get to the other world. It has returned. And... again, like, I'm not really sure what my motivation is supposed to be for going to this alternate world, given that this world is an alternate in some way as well. But apparently... hello. This doesn't look good. Oh, do they obey me? That was slightly clunky. We kind of are bad guys, maybe? I'm not sure. Huh. A thing I've lost track of that would be really relevant to remember is which of these worlds is the one Surge originated in. And is Surge supposed to be, or the original Links, supposed to be directing the effort to escape this closed off timeline? Where are all the people? This suggests that this is the world in which Surge died. I guess. Is the bed gone? It's interesting, the bed wasn't there, but... I don't know. Apparently I can talk to animals now? Is that the first time I've done something in a JRPG and only been told that there was a financial cost afterwards? Certainly hasn't happened often. Get up the stairs. I do like it when a game just empties its town. It's always a way of generating a striking moment. What? I have no idea what's going on there, and I choose not to investigate further in this case. Why is it so hard to steer accurately on this D-pad, or in this game, or something? Oh, is that Surge's... Is it Leela? I forget her name. I think that must be Leela. Am I going to be able to leave the village? Can't get on the boat. Because it feels like the kind of thing this game would do to have the village be attacked as I was trying to leave. Like there'll be a trigger about here, but... No? Okay. Where else might I look? Anything here? I was warned that there are monsters everywhere. And do I remember meeting these kind of enemies here before? Now, are cats elementally immune to cats as well as darkness, or is it just darkness? Okay, these are definitely not enemies that were lower level before. That doesn't sound good. Take this. So, current thought is that the areas have been repopulated with new monsters that are higher level. Which would make sense. I mean, we're a good chunk of the way through the game now. And the first time I came here was one of the first levels. How much freedom of movement is it going to give me? And what the crap is that? God, the battle music in this game is awful! I don't like enemies that can begin with spells like that. Although the fact that it only did 1 damage is okay. Cat time. cool. So they look weird and they start by casting scary spells, but they're not effectual. Whereas the cats clearly were a bit. And there's a question to be asked about how we should understand, but that's a derailer. But also the thing is tiny. Got 3 parts of this guy now. I've got a pelvic bone, sturdy ribs, and a heavy skull. I presume you need legs and arms. And a spine. Anyway. There is a not insignificant question over what repopulation indicates about a space. Like, if you take a JRPG area and replace its monsters with new ones, what does it mean? And this clearly isn't a total repopulation, because these guys are familiar. These kind of cactus things. But obviously the purpose of JRPG monsters is to indicate something about the space. Usually, its position in a temporal understanding of the narrative order, temporal distribution of narrative events. Sure, you can climb down that. Oh no, it's this one. But obviously when you transform a space, you give it a new place in that order. Which begs the question, why do such a thing? Like, what meaning do you impart by doing such a thing? And I think in this case it's clear that some significant transition has happened. Because now it's not just that Lynx and Surge have switched bodies, it's also that Lynx has used that body, and the time that he's had free to himself in this world by closing off the gate to basically to establish a new empire or a new power base and extend the threat he presents, further his agenda, which may well be restoring this as the default timeline. They do like to pick on Lynx. I didn't want to do that. So why transform this space? Why force us to go through this space again? Also, I should remember to cure some of my status effects. Oops, no. I don't really want to use remedy type cure-all status, but I will do so if necessary. Three of them this time. Oh boy. Have I got anything that will hit all? No, I haven't. How annoying. Cool, the randomizer's taking a dislike if you read this spell. It does seem to go through phases quite a lot. Like, there are just some battles where you'll start off with a bunch of misses. Right, we're getting somewhere. Cool. And that should give me some healing if it's needed. I came from that direction. I don't have to fight that. Okie doke. The obvious next place to go is Termina. Which is... This is not the usual Termina music. But we are still under Paul's occupation. I'm going to keep calling it Paul because it was led by a cat. And I think I'm funny. So are the poor soldiers working against Lynx / Surge? Right. drowning in gold, so... Might be good to have a couple of those. I can open that, okay. That's a very sickly looking person in that bed. Do I have the forest mushroom? No, I had a mushroom and I gave it to someone else. Never mind. No sign of that customer, of course. This is a funny... That's Guile. I wonder what that was supposed to serve. Step of a puzzle I haven't found yet? Surprise, person outside window. I've missed some steps of a plot there. I vaguely remember those two. That's really quite cute though. This is the woman who kept thinking I was her son.